Hello, everybody. A very warm good afternoon from Riyadh. Feeling very awkward actually. This is the first time I'm making a presentation like that, a video presentation, which, if turned out to be good, can be used as an e-learning for a lot of people around. Very quick brief about me. My name is Mohammed Faiz Habib, working for Ritz Carlton from 4.5 years. Worked on very different positions, which was not related to each other at all. Started as a front office supervisor with the opening of Ritz Carlton Riyadh back in 2010. Moved up to be a training manager in the rooms division, was handling quality at that time as well. Then moving out to be a duty manager, and then eventually to be a assistant front office manager. This is a challenge that I took upon myself. That I have done a lot of trainings in the past, say 1.5 years. Done a lot of trainings, conducted a lot of sessions, QITs. Never ever I have done. I mean, I never get a chance to see myself face to face, and this is the first time I'm doing that. So quite nervous. But the whole idea is to turn up this presentation or training, whatever you say this, into an informative one. Uh, as a part of the orientation, which I'm told that this video will be used for the orientation purpose. So the people who are sitting in the orientation, I'm sure that you have been taken through a lot of other informations about the divisions and etiquettes about Ritz Carlton. But the most important part why we conduct this 2 days of orientation is to make you familiar with our credo. Now, what exactly is Credo? This is something might be a new thing to you. I'm sure that by the end of the day that you'll be getting a Credo card as well, and you'll be instructed to keep it with you all the time. I'll try. I'm not sure how politically correct I am, but we always try to say that Credo is more like a Bible. Uh, with no offense to any particular religion on this, but we are just trying to uh, lay the foundation stone on how important this credo is. And why I'm referring it to a Bible is that, see, the thing that since the time this credo has been formated, there has been no change which has been done in credo, and we are very proud of it. It is the structure on which the whole Ritz Carlton as a company stands on. It is the belief that we all share together, and it is the guideline that we all go through or we all abide through in order to make Ritz Carlton one of the greatest company right now in the hospitality industry. So, if you see the credo, it is divided into six different parts. I'll be covering a couple of parts right now over here, like three steps of service, motto, employee promise, the credo itself, and then the service value. And the biggest thing is the mystique, the sixth diamond. So let me take you through the presentation. I'm sure that this is how it works out. So see, this is a sample of a Credo card that you look like. You can flip over. It is folded in a Z shape, and you can flip over. There are 8 different sections where you can go through. Let me take you to the first section, and that is the most important to me, one of the most important thing. And trust me, I've been associated to other companies, and every company keeps on talking about our motto. A lot of other companies in the market have even borrowed it. I must not say that or stole it. They have borrowed it, borrowed our motto, and yes, they have been very vocal about it. That yes, we have taken it from the Ritz Carlton. So our motto says that we are ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. We are not associates. We are not employees over here. The first word that you need to learn when you join a company like Ritz Carlton, that we are all ladies and gentlemen. Now, what does this mean that we are all ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen? It has two different perspective in or the dimension that it goes to. The one that it talks about your equality with the guest, and the second dimension speaks about your equality with your associates or with the other employees of the Ritz Carlton. So what happens is that when you work for a company like Ritz Carlton, we try to make you realize that you as a employee of the Ritz Carlton are as equal as a guest. There is literally no iota difference between you and a guest. What happens right in Ritz Carlton is that you are so proud to be a part of it that you are right now doing a service The guest, on the other hand, is buying a service. So there is literally no difference. We keep you on the same par as a guest. In the same way, when we speak about the associate, there might be some people who are designated above you, but this is just about a job responsibility. It does not give them the right to exploit you, to discriminate you. You have We as a Ritz Carlton believe in the right to equality. So we are all equal. We are all ladies and gentlemen. This is something that you need to by heart it, not even by heart it. This is something that you need to believe in all the time if you want to be a proud employee of this company. Moving on to three steps of service. This is just a basic hospitality. I wasted a lot of money in having 3 years of hotel management. Somebody would have taught me these three lines, and then I'm good to go to be a hotel employee. So what happens? The first step is, and this is very basic, and you do relate it when people come to your own home. What do? You just do a warm greeting, and you don't say sir, you don't say madam, you don't say mister. You use the guest name. You use the guest name. How are you, Peter? Welcome back to my house. The same thing that we do at the Ritz Carlton. Whenever a guest comes, we have to greet him uh, with an open arm, with along using his guest name. There's two words I would like to bring it at this stage. There is something called genuine hospitality, there is called authentic hospitality. When the hotel industry started, there was some ground rules that was set up that if you do like this is a part of the authentic hospitality. Like when a guest comes, you have this is how you have to serve a plate. When you make a guest seated, this is how you have to pull up a chair. This is called authentic hospitality. It is a textbook. As at Ritz Carlton, we do not believe in authentic hospitality. We believe in genuine hospitality. So genuine hospitality does not follows a book. It follows your heart. This is how the things come out. You try to understand the mood of the moment, and this is how you react. In the same way that, yeah, going through that, what happens when a guest arrives and you do not address him by name, basically you are breaking the connection. That was the only moment you had to develop a connection to win the guest right over there. And you didn't do this, so you are basically breaking the connection over there. So, what we do basically over here is that the three steps of service, it says a warm and a sincere greeting and using the guest name. That is the first step. Uh, in the second step, although it is a very small line, but when you think about it, it is uh, it is a bundle or it's an ocean of thoughts and process that goes into it. It says anticipation and fulfillment of each guest need. Now, we do not, at Ritz Carlton, we do not wait for the guest to ask. We anticipate. We go an extra mile. We fulfill even before the guest asks for it. So we are all, all in a way, being trained well enough to to understand the mood, to understand the whole vibe of the guest, what exactly he wants right now at this particular moment. Uh, and this is how we serve the guest over there. And the final one is a fond farewell. You give them a warm goodbye and use a guest name. This is very, very basic. It is very self explanatory. But this is something that don't only talk on papers. When you will go eventually deep into the operations and you will understand the brand standard audit that happens, most of the hotels or most of the departments that have failed is not using a guest name or not inviting the guest back again once the service has been rendered to the guest. So we hope that we you guys do not do the same mistake from day one. Moving on, the credo. The credo is something I do expect you guys to learn it by the end of the day. By the end of this training, each and every word in the credo has a very important meaning. You cannot omit a single single word. You cannot overlook a single phrase in this credo. It is like an emblem. It is like an anthem for us. So it says that the Ritz Carlton is a place where genuine care and comfort of our guests is our highest mission. Um, I will tell you. I mean, we had a couple of. I was in a part of the interview process one, and there's a candidate who came back to me, and then uh, he had a Ritz Carlton background, and you know what? I asked him, "Do you remember Credo?" And he said, "Yes, of course I do." And I said, "Can you recite it for me?" You know what he did? He stood up while he was sitting in the interview. He stood up like he's going to sing a national anthem, and then he recited the full credo in like the way it has to be. And you know, it gave me such a feeling that see that uh, the kind of respect people have for our credo. Uh, and you know, it gave me a totally new perspective from that particular day. Needless to say that that gentleman was hired immediately right after that. So what? Let me take you through the first paragraph, which says that the Ritz Carlton is a place where the genuine care and comfort of our guests is our highest mission. Uh, Again, the word genuine is coming over here. I have explained this word before. That genuine care is we do not go for authentic things. Authentic things is a textbook things. We go for genuine, which is the call of that time, which is the heat of that moment, which comes directly from your heart. So our highest mission in this hotel, that why we are all working for the guests, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that is how we get paid to our salaries. So that is our highest mission: genuine care and comfort. If it would have been a live class, I would have asked you to recite after me. But I'm sure that right after this video, the people who are watching it from a training perspective will definitely recite it right after me. Uh, will train not exactly after me. I'm sorry, but right after this training, please go ahead and recite it and memorize it. So the second paragraph says that we pledge to provide the finest personal service and facilities for our guests who will always enjoy a warm, relaxed, yet refined ambience. It's our pledge. I mean, I'm sure that the product that you have got is one of the finest in the city. The facilities is one of the best. But what from as an employee, what we are going to provide them is a warm, relaxed, and refined ambience, and the ambience is created by us. You know, I mean, you can put lots of luxury items around in a restaurant, but it will not create that warm ambience until unless the employees or the associates or the ladies and gentlemen, to be very precise, that's the word that we use in Ritz Carlton, that word that is not created by the employees around. If you do not connect to the guest, the ambience is not warm. So we pledge to provide the finest personal service and facilities. Facilities is already there. So all you need to provide is a fine personal service to your guest, and who will enjoy, of course, a warm, relaxed yet refined ambience. The third part, the Ritz Carlton experience, enlivens the senses, instill well-being, and fulfill even the unexpressed needs and wishes of our guest. Think about it. Unexpressed wishes and needs of our guest. It's a very heavy word. When you actually want to practice it, when you actually want to live it, it is something that that is going to be. It will take a lot from you. It will really you really need to be on top of your game if you really want to practice it. I believe the video that I enrolled for does not allow me to speak for more than 15 minutes. But so I just want to have a closing. See, I'll tell you what happens is that uh, if you want to succeed in the company like Ritz Carlton, you have to believe in Credo. You know, the good part of the Credo, I could not take you further. When you go to the service value, it doesn't tell you how to do this. It just tell you what you need to do. How you do it, it's all up to you. You have 12 service value. You go through it one by one. It will never tell you how to do this. We totally believe in empowerment. We totally believe in grooming our ladies and gentlemen who will eventually affect the guest experience. So, in short, what I want to tell you is that I'm very proud to be a part of this company, and I'm sure that after this orientation, you all will be. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being as such a wonderful audience. Good day.